Guys, this is the only way I'm ever going to make prime rib ever again. This was so amazing. I sous vide it. I was actually just going to roast it, and I was like, I've always wanted to sous vide it, but it's kind of risky to do it on New Year's Eve and 25 people coming over. But let me tell you. So I got a 7-bone prime rib, and I just told the butcher, give me the whole thing. And so I got this beautiful ribeye cap, which you saw me make my venison ribeye cap burgers, which were amazing. And so to clean it up, after you get the ribeye cap off, you're going to want to take all the meat off between the bones. I ground all this up with that ribeye cap to make those burgers. And man, can I just look at all that marbling, super delicious. Now you can roast it like this, and this is what I was going to do. But this is when I thought, like, let's just sous vide it. But the first thing you're going to want to do 24 hours before you cook it, you want to get kosher salt and just put tons of it on top of it. And what this is going to do is it'll take a little bit of the moisture out, but all that flavor is going to seep into that meat. And it's not salty. It just adds the flavor that you need. This is 24 hours later. I took it out of the fridge, and you can see that it has firmed up. Now I take about 5 to 6 tablespoons of peppercorns, about 3 or 4 tablespoons of cumin, and about, again, 3 or 4 tablespoons of kosher salt. And I'm going to put this into my coffee grinder to get it all nice. I love to do that to really get my rub nice and mixed together. And you can see I've got the prime rib nice and coated. And now it's time to put it into my vacuum seal pack. And you can see that it just did such a nice job into that water bath. Now, this is the beauty about sous vide. You put it in that water bath, you bring the temperature up to 133 degrees for 8 hours. And I am just telling you, people, this is 8 hours later. And I was holding my breath because I was like, I've never done this before. This is crazy to do for the first time with 25 guests coming over. But when I cut this open and all that flavor came out, and then I was like, well, let me touch it. I was like, oh, this could be beautiful. Into a 500-degree oven for 15 minutes to brown it. Wrap it in tin foil. I let it sit for an hour and a half. An hour would be fine. And look at that. All I can tell you, the tenderness, the flavor, the juiciness, this is by far the best prime rib I've ever had anywhere. My homemade mac and cheese, roasted vegetables, some mashed